Well, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You're in our Stitchuation room, a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat. We hang out in here for about an hour, 8 to 9 a.m. Central, and you follow me on my sewing journey, and I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle. It's already been a morning, y'all. Woo, it's always something. Hello, ladies. You guys are licking your chops. Yes, let's do the dogs. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Glad you are here. Oh, we got boiled custard. Good stuff. All right. Let's say good morning to the dogs. They're kind of standing around the cameras. Dottie's got to get right in front of me so she doesn't miss a biscuit, right? Is that what we're going to do? What are you guys doing? You have been y'all, she's been barking this morning. She's all full of it. Oh my gosh. You'll have to go out and tell Daddy that he can come in here. I got something to show y'all. Okay. That good? Any good stuff? All right. And then Frito gets a stick. You guys are going to go brush your teeth. These are rawhide chewies. There you go. That's for you and that's for you. Out. Let's go close the gate so you can't come back in. There you go. Okay. Whenever you're ready, sir. So, oh my goodness. Brush your teeth. Okay? Yes, dear. Come on in. I got to show you guys this t-shirt that from Allie M Threadworks. I'm wearing from Be Inspired Tees. Check this out. Is your hair fine? Come on in. So Real Men quilt, but Real Men don't wear.
I had that shoulder.
Oh, that's right. Dog fur on there too. Real Men quilt. How about that? So Keith does. Yes, that's right. If you guys want to get one of these, I have a link below in the description box where it says more ... This is the 2X. It's kind of up on your, this is the 2X. And that's normally what he wears. For not fat boys, big boys. I always call him my big beefy boyfriend. So there were guys that quilted over in Arizona, and the husband came up and said hi, and he's like, I quilt too, I've started sewing. So I think that's great. We can get them a shirt too, maybe for Christmas, right? That might be something. So Husky Men. Yeah, that's right, Marina. That's what we'll call them, as Husky Men. So I spent so much time yesterday still working on my dream box to kind of organize things that I didn't get it together in order to pull the threads for today's video. So I've got to do that. But again, with my thread storage system, I think it's going to be pretty quick. So I went through the instructions. You guys, you can email yourself your instructions. Also, if you got the USB from Riley Blake with the prim instructions on it, y'all, you can't read the instructions. You've got to unzip that file. I've seen comments in the Facebook group about it, and somebody actually called two chicks and said, I can't read the instructions. Well, they're there, but if it's got a zipper on the folder, you have to right click extract all or highlight it and hit extract all up in the top, and then just keep clicking OK until it opens up. So anyway, but you've got to do that. Yeah. So anyway, I email them to myself. What I do here, I email them to myself, and that way I can have them on my tablet. I don't have to print them out. I don't have to get them bound or none of that. Because once this quilt is done, then what are you going to do with the instructions, right? So I prefer an e-copy for sure. But I needed to go through here and pick out my threads. Want to let you guys know too, I talked to Darren Mulqueen yesterday, and these are those fancy sewing feet for Brother Baby Lock machines, okay? And check the price on them again. So that's at mulqueensewing.com. And let me put these biscuits over here, these dog biscuits. Dottie comes in with her nose up. She's like, I know they're up there somewhere. So let me show you what I did yesterday. I had a lot of fabric in here yesterday in the dream box, and I've come to the conclusion it's not designed to store fabric. It's really not. There's not enough storage room in that at all for fabric. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So I went on YouTube and I looked for a video of examples of how people have set up their dream boxes. And there was one, it's got like 16 different, it's from Dreambox. And there was one configuration that a lady had with tons of tubes of vinyl. And I was like, that looks like stabilizer. So there is the stabilizer. So how about that? Let me roll you over here a little so the table's not in the way. Make sure we don't have cords causing all kinds of havoc. Yeah. So that looks a little bit better there. I'll show you what I did. So I have short rolls of stabilizer up here. Okay. And then I've got all my Juju long rolls of stabilizer right here. And here I have my oddballs, and there I have some sulky water-soluble Solvay. And then down below in the bottom, I was telling y'all, I think I told you on Monday, there's a Black Friday sale on this 3M paper tape for you embroiderers. You got to have this when you embroider, right? And 12 rolls. It's less than $6. So I've got a link to it below in the description box. But that way, I bought 5 because I am going to stock up on my paper tape for Black Friday. So I bought $30 worth of tape, so I've got plenty. I also have links to cute 1-inch paper tape dispensers because it makes you happy to have cute stuff around. Now, I still have some Lori Holt stuff here, and that's probably going to change, but right now it's out of the way as I continue to organize. On these little trays right here, I pulled out specialty threads. You go into the mailbox. It's a trip to the mailbox, y'all.
Donna, your long arm ruler coming to you in the mail.
What are those?
Long arm.
Oh, the long arm ruler.
Binding ruler, you know.
Yeah, the binding ruler. Yeah.
Okay,
bye. So I have fusible thread in here, water soluble, glow in the dark thread. I've got the mono poly from Superior. And then I've got some bobbin. You can make your own bobbin thread here. And then because all of these specialty threads were on a pegboard in the Bat Cave, and I pulled those out. And then I also went through and made a tray just for my King Star metallic threads. So I'm pretty happy to have all my threads out here now. Well, not all of them. I've got some ginormous isocord cones that are still in there in big tubs. Oh, man. And then my Magic quilting and crafting spray, extra bottles of that. That's still not where I want to be. And I put my AccuQuilt machine down here with the blocks, cubes. You can't see that, I don't think. Okay, yeah, you can. All right. So the AccuQuilt is down there. See that? There's still some fabric, but there's the AccuQuilt, and then there is, this is my cover stitch, and then here is my Airflow Brother serger. So machines are going to live right here. Again, there's fabric and this is all Lori Holt, but I don't think it's going to stay there. The plan is to get all of the fabric that I'm going to keep and store it either in the cubbies under my cutting table. I moved the shelves that I had all my patterns in, and these are my CDs for KIMBERBELL. Okay, all of my patterns and everything. That is going to stay like it is. I had thought about being able to get rid of it, but I won't. So there's that one. And there's another one on the other side, and that's loaded down with fabric too. But the goal really is to have the only thing that's holding fabric in my room are the cubbies that are under here. And then my rollabout thing from Uline, it's got loads of fabric all on this side, and the other side is nothing but fat quarters. So I have another 5 high right here that is to the ceiling with fabric, and that's the one I'm going to get. I need another dream box. I need more. I don't need more space. I have plenty of space. No, I'm going to the Wilson County Guild meeting on December 11th, and I'll just show up with fabric to give away, and then everybody will like me, right? What's going on here? Oh, okay. Again, I'm just cleaning it out, you guys, being really, really honest with how much fabric of all of this stuff, what have I touched? And to be honest, if it's not whites or some sort of white, whatever, you know, some sort of white that's used as a background fabric in quilting. Halloween, Christmas, something that I need right now that I've got like a quilt top made and I need to get the backing for it selected or whatever. But other than that, y'all, I haven't touched these fabrics in 5, 7, 10 years. And it's not fair to the fabric to, you know, languish like that, right? Because fibers rot. So I've got a big stack on the cutting table behind right here. And anyway, so, well, I'm glad you caught the live too, Twas. Yep. Oh, Nancy, did you gift some members? Thank you so much. You donated 10 gift memberships. Thank you so much, Nancy. That's very thoughtful. We have a private membership group where I do private content for members only, and we get into the weeds of snapplique and doing some stuff on Embrilliance. Hey, would anybody like me to learn how to use Floriani software? Let me know in the chat or leave a comment below and help you guys out, those Floriani users. So that's a thing that's been dangling in front of me. You want to get to the point that the only fabric you have is what you're working on and those whites. Yes. And blenders. That's good. Yeah. See, this is kind of where I'm at, Bernadette. That's exactly right. It's kind of where I'm at. So, not only Floriani, of course, I'll still be using Embrilliance and whatnot, but Floriani for sure. Just that's been, like I said, dangled in front of me. Hold on a second here. Hey, look who's here, y'all. Oh, not that one. That's my granddaughter, Callie. It says Ryan Edward King. That's her dad's YouTube account. Callie is 11, ladies. So let's keep it family friendly, shall we? Good morning, sweetheart. She's up in Colorado Springs area. So, okay. You don't have to say no to Floriani. You know, it's possible to use more than one, right? Not switch completely. Y'all don't think that, okay? Callie, I don't know if you missed the dogs or not, but all right. So this morning, I want to show you guys something really cool on how to save stabilizer, a lot of it, okay? So I am doing this Prim. Any news on the passport gift certificate? Yeah. I don't understand gift certificate. I've got my passport. Mine came in. Did y'all get yours? Get the email on Friday to do the passport for the scan and cut? Oh, here's how the pillow turned out from yesterday. Didn't that come out cute? Y'all, I had enough. I pulled enough out of that existing fiber fill to, I can make a whole nother pillow. It was so overfull. Alrighty. So it just turned out adorable. This was a 3 hooping project from KIMBERBELL. And I love it. They had little buttons on there to look like holly berries, and I just used metallic thread. But look at those little reindeer. Aren't those precious? That fabric, so cute. This is on Dasher by Sweetwater for Moda. So if you're looking for this fabric. All right. So this is old school, y'all. Old school, old school. Thank you, Callie. Where's the bow? I don't do bows. I did buy some bow ribbon, didn't I? Y'all, that's going to take me some time just to sit and watch a video to see how to make a bow. And then actually, man, bows don't do well in my house. So I'm going to leave it like that because it just, dogs and my husband, bows, anything 3D does not do well in my house. It'll tear it up. Okay. So here's the deal, Lucille. All right. So this is Juju's Easy Tear. Let me get y'all over here. Okay. So this is Juju's Easy Tear tearaway stabilizer, right? And I went over how to figure out, these are magnet backings from Sew Tights. Okay. This is all one big piece right here. And this is my first hooping using this. The actual stitching area is only 6.5, and I have a Cute Cuts centering ruler. to see where this is going to be so I can center this block. Okay. Now, I did not stitch the final black crosshair stitch that goes on there. You can if you want, but that is for centering up these lines right here, the vertical and the horizontal. Okay. So I'm just eyeballing this, to be honest. I'm making sure that the dotted lines for that particular marking are straight up and down on the edge of the flagpole. And I'm making sure that this line right here is even on the top of that star. Okay. And then I've got equal amount top and bottom so that this is going to be right. Now, the instructions told you if you had a 6x10 hoop to cut like an 11 by 15 inch piece of fabric, don't do that. That's just way too much. Y'all, that's for people who have to hoop the entire piece of fabric. You can save so much fabric and so much stabilizer if you just cut your fabric 2 inches larger than the final size. So the final cut size on mine is 6.5. So I made an 8.5 inch square and I'm floating my project on top of the stabilizer. I'm not hooping the entire thing. Okay. So you guys give a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate it. Hit like. And if you're watching on TV, grab that TV remote and hit the channel up button. That's a thumbs up as well. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this. Hold on. I need a mat on a mat. It'll make my life easier. I need my Kimberbell rotary mat will work. Why not? Right? This will work. Okay. So this is ready to go and be trimmed. Where the blue line is on these rulers, let me get this out of the way. Callie, my room's a mess because I got a dream box and I haven't put it all away yet. It's just a big hot mess in here. Okay. So this looks good. This line right here, that inside of that blue, that's your 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'll be sewing 1/4 inch and that looks like it's going to work just fine. Okay. So I'm to the side here. I'm just going to cut this. Okay. Yeah, I go backwards first. It's okay. Just so long to make sure I catch that. I don't want to have to go back and do it again. This is best. If you don't have a rotary mat, you can use just a regular flat mat that's a little bit larger than your hoop. And then that way a mat on a mat. Okay. So now this is done. Okay. Almost. See, I didn't get those little corners. All right. Well, what are you doing with that? See? So now my block is ready to go into my quilt. So there's my flag block. Just beautiful. Now, there was some question yesterday about why are we using SF101 on the back of the fabric, the background fabric. Look how easy this comes off. This is Juju's Easy Tear. Love this stuff. Why are we using SF101? And the questioner called it a stabilizer and tear away in the hoop, because that seems like two stabilizers. Y'all, SF101 is a Pellon product. It is not, it's an interfacing. It was originally designed as an interfacing. It is not an embroidery stabilizer. But it was Kimberbell who got with the program and discovered that if you put, they're the first ones I ever saw do it. Maybe somebody else did too. But if you put SF101 on the back of your background fabric, you don't have to put it on the back of your applique fabrics. I didn't, okay? I didn't put anything on the back of my applique fabrics. So I'm just kind of pulling away, being careful not to, stress those stitches. Just pulling away the little extra that I can here. So there is SF101 on the back of this. Look how pretty. There's not a pucker on this, all right? So it's actually not too stable. SF stands for shape flex, and it was designed originally as an interfacing for garments or projects, crafting type thing. So it's two different, they're two different products with two different purposes. So SF101 is not a stabilizer. There's my tearaway. Turned out beautiful. All right. Juju's Easy Tear is a stabilizer that does stay. See, now we've got some drape to this. Otherwise, it just gets so stiff. Y'all, they want you to use a medium weight tearaway. I think in the instructions for these, I don't. I don't want it to be that stiff. Okay. You ordered the feet at Mall Queens. Wonderful, Tammy. I'm glad. Why couldn't I use no-show mesh instead of tearaway? So you can use no-show mesh, and I used no-show mesh. Excuse me. I used no-show mesh on Autumn Love. And that was fine because I was doing a quilt as you go method. Okay. So the no-show mesh worked great. It had batting on it, which gave it some stability to be able to withstand the embroidery process. So you guys, look at this flagpole and then all of these heavy dents, like in the wings and around the beehive. These are very strong, and they've got to have something underneath them to provide you digitizers know this. You've got to be able to give those stitches some support so that it's called pull compensation. As that zigzag is going back super fast, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it's doing this, okay? No-show mesh does not really provide enough stability for the back of this kind of project without batting on it. You'll get a lot of puckers. It's just not strong enough, okay? So a tearaway is going to give you more strength to withstand the pull, so you get a pretty stitch. See how you've got two lines of color and a single line of bobbin thread? That's a good, healthy stitch right there. That's how you know you've got a good stitch. You want the color of the thread to wrap around behind. This is just beautiful. It turned out just gorgeous. So no-show mesh doesn't really, I like no-show mesh in an embroidery quilt if I'm going to be using a blanket stitch. A blanket stitch is really lightweight. It just goes down, over, back, down, over, back, down, over, back. And you've got a lot of space between those zigzag stitches. That over back is a zigzag, right? So you've got to have, could I use sticky back wash away? I would test it. It might turn out okay. I don't like using sticky back. To me, I don't care for it. Ever since my technician, my repair guy for Spanky, he told me sticky back stabilizer and cheap thread keep him in business. Sticky back, you're gonna gum up something, okay? And on these particular designs, there's a lot of dense stitching in there. Look at the back of that flag. The blue and the red, lots of dense stitching. I only like to use sticky back on items that are hard to hoop. Okay, if you've got something that's really difficult to hoop, you want the help of that sticky to kind of hold it in place while you fiddle and get it all where you want it to be. But on something like this, that sticky back, like I can get in here and pull away this tearaway pretty easy in one big piece if I could get my nail up under there, which I don't have any. But see, I can peel this away pretty easy. It wants to come up. Sticky back doesn't want to come up. It wants to stay. And I just don't recommend that in a quilt, embroidery quilt. That's just, I just don't believe that that's the correct stabilizer for an embroidery quilt. I think it's a great stabilizer to hoop hard to hoop items. That's what it was designed for, to give you an extra hand where you need it when you're trying to get something weird hooped. Okay, so now let's get back to saving stabilizer, shall we? And fabric. All right, so now let me get my sew tights off. Okay. There's all the fabric extra that I have. That's the only waste that I've got, and that's great, okay? So I'm gonna put that over there. And now all I need is, whoops, is to stop dropping my laptop. That would be handy. Okay. Thank you. I can't remember your name. I apologize. You gave me these slap bands to hold my stabilizer together. You're an angel, and I've already got them all over in my room. Thank you. Y'all, and this is horrible. We're leaving class. It's either Friday or Saturday, both days when I was in Arizona. People coming up to me, and I love that. And they're on their way out the door. And they're like, this is for you. Thank you. Enjoyed your class. Gone. And I'm like, thanks. And normally I'll grab my phone and make a note. What's your name? What you gave me? Zero time for that. And there was 30 people in each class. It was a lot. So, okay. Can I do this process without magnet, like tape? Donna, I would not float with tape. I would float with, you can, but I would float with pins if you don't have magnets. Okay. Just float with pins. All right. Excuse me. Okay. I need another, make sure this is big enough. So I'm just going to, yeah, you can see me. Okay. I'm just going to cut this like, I don't know, here. I'm following a line on the cutting mat. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut here. All right. So there, I'm going to get 2 more hoopings out of just this piece right here. Okay. And then my fabric, I put my fabric somewhere. Oh, it's over here. Okay. And I've already got SF101 on the back of my fabric. Hold on. Let me get these. Okay. So I've already got that. There's my background fabric. Again, this is just 8.5 square. My finished block is 6.5 square. You do not need an 11 by 14 piece of fabric. Okay. So all I'm going to do is take this and put it on here. And if you want to use the dime hoop mat, you can. I'll show you how to do that. Put this away. It can make your life easier to try to get somewhat close to center. Be sure to trace before you go stitching stuff so you know you're not going to hit anything you shouldn't. So I'm looking at the 0 on the little tapes. This is a magnetic hoop from Designs in Machine Embroidery by OESD. All right. So there's center, right? Okay. I'm going to lay this over it. I can see center. This tearaway is so nice. It feels like a soft piece of fabric. All right. So I'm folding my background fabric in half. Okay. And I'm just going to lay it right on that line right there. And then I'm going to fold it again. You can actually fold it in quarters first. That'll probably make your life a lot easier. Okay. Then all you have to do is just set it right there. So I can see the black dark center lines here and here. Okay. And it doesn't have to be exact because it's oversized. Now, when you do this method, you want an oversized hoop. Okay. So this hoop is an 8 by 12. All right. We're good. So Tights is having a sale, y'all. They're having their Black Friday. I know my magnet back is right there. It's Black Friday, and then I've got a code too. My viewers get an extra 10% off. That's a deal. Look at this. No pins. How nice is that? And it's ready to go. Is that awesome or what? Yeah, that's nice. So you ordered So Tights yesterday, MT Quilty. Good for you. Good for you. You're going to enjoy this. Yeah, you need to try some of this stabilizer, y'all. I've got a link to it below too. A stabilizer is so nice. So this is how I don't have to cut a whole nother big piece of stabilizer. You can do this in a standard hoop too. Okay, very easy. But I can tell that this is my stitch area, right? I can tell because this is my 6.5 inch trim ruler. I'm not going to hit anything. And the reason you need an oversized hoop is so that when you put it in the machine, Your magnets are not going to hit anything that is magnetic, like the needle plate, okay? You got the feet. Yay, Linda. Merry Christmas to you, right? Awesome. Okay. We're about ready to go, except I got to get my fabrics. Let's see. I got to show you. This kit was put together. It's so nice. And glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Hot Quilter says she floats when she does multiple stitch outs. Absolutely. I need fabric JJ and U. And those are the only fabrics that I need in this thing. Okay. I can do that. So let me get my kit from Two Chicks Quilting right here. Okay. I need JJ and U. And they labeled every single piece. Oh, I got a little scrap there. So U, H, I, oh, I hope I have a JJ. G, F, E, D. I gotta find it. C, B, A. So U is right down here. There's my U. So there's my U fabric. And I'm sure there is more in here. Oh, it's going to be M, N, O, M, L, K, J, J. There it is. So this will be my basket, and this will be the heart or apple, or what is it? Whatever it is that's on there. I think it's an apple. I don't know. All right. So there are my fabrics. They're all labeled for me. And what's really nice is, even though it's not the exact fabric that was used in the original quilt, because this is an old pattern, y'all. It's an old pattern. Let me put my Y fabric back where it goes. And the original fabrics are hard to come by, but Nicole at Two Chicks Quilting is awesome at matching. And Lori Holt uses the same fabric values in almost all of her quilts. So it all works. Okay. There we go. That's cool. You missed something. Why does the fabric in the hoop look wet? I don't know. That must be your TV. It isn't wet. Oh, I know why. It's called shabby. This is by Riley Blake. It's called shabby fabric. That's the name of the line. There's a whole bunch of different colors of it, but this is the background fabric for this quilt. So, all righty. Now y'all get to watch me pick thread. Won't that be great? So I made myself a note. Oh, I got to tell y'all too, fabric confetti. Some of you guys are loving fabric confetti. I had people come up to me in Arizona and say, thank you for telling me about them. So like these, we talked about these last week right here. 20% off the fabric confetti site from now through December 1st. Okay. If you use my link below, I'd appreciate it. Helps buy the dog biscuits. So she's got 20% off her site, which is handy. All right. So if you weren't here the last couple of days, do I prefer Glide over Isacord? Bobby, it doesn't matter to me. I love the colors in Glide. Glide just has something they're doing with their colors that I just love. All right. I'll take my bucket with me here to go pull thread. So Glide names their colors in addition to a number. That's way close. Too many. Y'all can see my wrinkles too much. I don't like that. So Glide names all their thread. They all have a name. And they have a number too, but they've got names. And what happens is, if you are doing a Kimberbell thing, for instance, it'll say like, it'll have that color chip and it'll say strawberry with no number. So you get to guess. Okay. So I filed my threads, my Glide threads, by name instead of by number. Yeah. So Callie has all of my old Isacord and Exquisite. When I got all the Glide, I boxed it all up and took it to her. Okay, so we're going to go pull threads. I've got my little color sheet here. So these are the numbers that I need. Okay, I got the numbers on there, and then it's got the name of it. So let's take our bucket and my page to tell me which ones I need, because I wrote them down from the pattern. I got my page here. All right. Let's see. I keep saying how easy this is for me. Let's see how easy this is. Can you guys see me pretty good? Yeah, you can. Okay. So color number 8 is the first one I need. Let me put that right there. And number 8 is spruce. So I'm going to look in the S's, and it's going to be a green, right? And I need to have my glasses on. And if I have spruce, it should be here. And I don't see it. It might be on the machine. There's that too, because I don't see it in here. Is spruce on the machine? No. Huh. Well, so much for that theory, unless I just am overlooking it. 2 sages, a shamrock, sea mist, sprout, soldier green. What color is that? 8. Spruce. That's a green. Huh. It's somewhere. It might be on another machine. Okay. Does anything else start with S that I need? 13. Let's see. I don't think so. 15 is sea. 8. We don't need it. We need 18 is seafoam. This one. Okay. That's easy, right? This is my life. Y'all just cut or talk to each other or pick colors or sew or whatever y'all are doing. I know this is like watching paint dry, but this is how it goes. Let's see. We got 18 seafoam. Okay. I'll find spruce. It'll turn up unless I just don't have it, which I doubt. Okay. 13 is orange. So go to the O's. And I think it's right here in the front. Orange. Okay. 5 is visor gold. So that'll be in my V's right here. Vegas gold, visor gold. I think it's Vegas gold. Okay. That's good. And 14 is turquoise. Go to my T's. Turquoise. I know you're here. There we go. Is that right? I think some of them got moved around. Okay. Let's see there. And 15 is Cajun Mist. Go to my C's. Yeah, but wait, there's more. Cajun Mist. What color is that? It's kind of a brownish. Let's see here. I got a lot of coffee bean. Cajun Mist. What color is that? Yeah, it's kind of a brownish. Oh, I'm looking at the Robeson Anton name. No wonder I can't figure it out. Dang it. It's the paper crosswise. What? Okay. Cajun Mist is the leather. It should say leather on it. So it's kind of a brown. Oh, and leather's in the L. That was my problem. I'm looking at I'm like, how come I'm not finding these? I'm looking at the wrong column. Let's see. Leather, right here. There. That's how that works. Here was my problem. This is the cross between Robeson Anton, which is in the pattern. I'm going to fold this up so that I don't do that again, because that's confusing. We're going to do it like this. There. Man, that was bothering me. Let me start over here. Color number 8, clover. Go to my C's. Look for clover. right? It's right here. Okay. And the next one is 13, and that is Mars. So it's in the M's. Marmalade, marigold, Mars, right there. And 5 is the nectar. It starts in the N's and N right here. Nectar, right? I don't have that. I don't know where that is. It looks like this one. Mango smoothie. That's pretty close. We'll do that. 14. See, real scientific. Don't care. 14 is aqua. And I had taken this. This is the teal. Aqua's in the A's. There it is right there. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. 15. Leather we did already. 16 is taffy. Back to my teas. It's a pink taffy right there. And 17, blossom in the B's. That's bubble gum. Looking for blossom. There it is. All right. And let's see. 7 is celery. Back to my C's. That gets used a lot. I've got a couple of spools of it, I know, right here. And 18 is sea mist. Back to my S's. Sea green, sprout, shamrock, sea mist. Huh. Did I put that in there already? Maybe. Let's see. Okay. And then 14, aqua, we've already done once. And 12 is brunette. Back to my B's. Yeah, this is working really, really well. I know brunette is here because I remember using it as an example. It might be on the machine. I think it is. Bordeaux brownie. See, I only have to look for the brown ones. I used that before. I think it's on the machine. Okay. And 3 is warm gray in the W's. Warm gray 6, which is right here. Okay. Yeah, I know that was great, right? Sorry. Sea mist was used in Enchanted Winter. Was it? Okay, Michelle, it might be. I think it's on the machine, actually. Tidewater, Magic Mint. No, I'll find it. Okay. You might want to put my thread on lower shelves to make it easier and not have to reach up. Yeah, Vicky. That was fast, right? So that was the thing. For me to search through numbers, okay? For me to search through numbers, I had, 4.5 trays of brown. I'd have to look through every single one of them. I can't do that. All righty. Sea mist was used in Enchanted Winter. You're right. So we know it's here. I know it is here. What is this? Which one is that? That's that Carillion blue, whatever. Will the name labels ever wear off or come off the top of the spools? Then what? Well, if you notice it's coming off, I'd get a piece of tape and stick it on there. Callie wants to know if I'm on tomorrow. Oh, I am not. No, it's Thanksgiving, y'all. No, not on tomorrow. Probably on Friday. I'll be here on Friday, but not tomorrow. I got stuff to bake, things to do, right? Okay. Yeah, I could put those lower. You're probably right, where I could just pull them out like a drawer. That's a good idea. Well, I don't know. I'm going to leave them right there for now. I got enough going on in my life, right? Where's my coffee? Ooh. You write it on the inside. That's smart, Lori. Yeah. Pam takes a permanent marker and puts it on there. Where did I buy that plastic container for my thread? This is actually, I got these at Walmart Plus. So just go to walmart.com. And it's a 5-inch tote, I think. Almost 6 inches. Y'all, I've got these all over my house. I have them underneath bathroom sinks to hold soap and shampoo and whatever, right? And I don't like anything on the floor under a sink. I've got them under my kitchen sink. I've got them under both bathroom sinks. I've got them just all over the place because I would just want to grab it. I get whatever I need, put it back. I had some toilet bowl cleaner blow up, and it blew up inside of here, which was nice. I just rinsed it out, you know? So, yeah, you wanted to know that. I know it's all about sewing. Got to go. All right. What? What are you trying to order, Evelyn? You want to order from Dime, but it says you need to upgrade for the baby lock first? I don't know. Well, you can get them at the Container Store. They're 3 times the price. These are, I think you get 3 or 4 of them for 15. I don't know. I don't remember what I paid for them. So, all right. I got to change out the threads now and get these where they need to go. Woo, it's a job just getting ready for a thing, right? Oh, y'all, Sunny got her, remember I sent that foxtrot cross stitch thing? Thank you kindly for the fox counted cross stitch. I think I will do it and make it into a pillow. How nice. She got I sent her the foxtrot from the Fat Quarter Shop, that cross stitch. They had a whole kit that had a little bag. It had all the thread. You know, she goes for treatment at the hospital, right? And so I said I wanted her to have something to do in her downtime. So, yep. You know what, Hot Quilter, it does make sense. And most people wouldn't have thought that because up until now, all threads have been done by number, right? That's just the way the manufacturers have done them. Is my coffee mug available yet? Jamie, Be Inspired Teas is putting a mug out there. Oh, you mean this one? These are out there. Yes. These are on Etsy. These are. I think I have a link to them below. I'm not sure. I can't remember. All right. What about the plastic container for all the threads on the cabinet? Valentina, those came with the Dream Box. They came with it. Exquisite threads. They don't have names on them, only spool numbers. Yeah. All the other threads I'm aware of don't have names on the spools. Okay. I got to change out some threads. Okay. Oh. And I need a pair of scissors to do that, right? Where's my bowl? Over here. Where's my bowl? Okay. Callie, you watching how to do this? I told her dad, I said, she might as well watch me do the multi-needle. It's going to be hers when I die anyway. Are the buckets stackable? They are not. They nest, but they're not stackable. No. All right. Spool number 1 is color 8, which is Clover. And that is Clover. Here we are. So the way I do this, y'all, on the multi-needle is I'll take the existing spool, bring it down, get myself a pretty good tail right there. Okay. And then I am getting better at putting my tails back in the little cone things. I used to not do that, but up there in the dream box, that'll just look like a hot mess, won't it? So I'm getting better. I'm disciplining myself to put those away. So I just put them together and make a single knot and pull a loop and pull the tails through. So there's spool number 1. 13 is next, which is the Mars. This is so new, it still has the wrapper on it. Robeson Anton has name and number. Yes, they do. They sure do. But the issue is, the reason I went alphabetical really is because on my wall, I went by color first. But Kimberbell, when they give you the thread color, they just give you the name. They're not giving you the number of it. So, you need to know, that's why I filed it like that, why I just did that. Okay. Hold them both together, spin them up. Now, Monday, I wanted to do Prim every Monday. I might do it Mondays and Wednesdays, but next Monday, I'm not here. So I'll be here on Friday, but you didn't miss anything so simple. I was just over there picking thread. Wasn't a big deal. She says I'm late, but I made it. Monday, I have jury duty. So I have to do my civic duty, right? But I'm juror number 101. So hopefully they pick them all before me. Then I don't have to do it. Okay. Third one is spool number 5, which is that nectar. And I don't have it, or I couldn't find it. Let me see if it's up here for the third one. What is that? That's buttercup. Oh, nectar's right there, y'all. How about that? Sweet. And it's already on spool number 5. I'm going to leave it. Okay. Oh, but it's color number 3. I'm going to switch it. What do I do with my scissors? Yeah, this is it right here. So it was already on the machine. I'm just going to switch it. This is 3. Oh, there's warm gray 6. I guess I had 2 of those. Okay. So last time I did jury duty, I was actually pregnant with Callie's dad. Last time I did jury duty. That was a long time ago. He's going to be 41 next month. Man, where did life go, y'all? Do you ever think that? Where did it go? They say it goes by fast. It sure doesn't seem like it at the time, does it? All right. The next color is 14. And 14 is aqua. And I got that right here. Spool number 4. Okay. So what I did was I wrote down in order my numbers of colors that correspond with the pattern. That's what I did. This goes on spool 4. And if I had left those that are being used in both blocks in the same spot, I would mess it up badly, very badly. I've been called for jury duty several times, but the last time I actually pulled it. Why wouldn't I leave it on spool 5 instead of move? Well, Cheryl, I was just explaining that. If I left it on spool 5, color 3 on spool 5, that would, it'd be a hot mess. It's safer for me to just do that, right? Just safer. Okay. So then the next one is 15, which is the leather. And I have that here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. I would jack it up. Y'all be fussing at me. Your county's so small they have to go to the next county. So the judge and the prosecutor don't know the person. Y'all, that's kind of where I live. I mean, I'm in a pretty big county, but My county was founded way, way back in the early 1800s by Polish settlers here and Czechs. 16 is the next color. That is taffy. You need to be real careful who you're talking about around here because you love how organized I am. Okay. Appreciate that, Brenda. They probably know they're probably kin to whoever you're talking to. So just mind your manners, right? That's how it goes. So 16 is taffy, and that is spool number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. I love a multi-needle, don't get me wrong, but you definitely need to be on your game when you're putting in your threads. For sure. I just, again, make a big loop, drop the tails behind it, and pull the tails through and leave it like that. Okay, spool number 7 is 17, and that's the blossom. And this is pretty pink right here. Ooh, our hour's up. That's the way it is in Brenham. Yeah, Dee Dee, I know. Yeah, everybody there's related to everybody else. Absolutely, that's how it goes in our neck of the woods. East Texas, everybody's related. Ooh, it seems like it's big. You know, till you get to Houston, then nobody knows a soul. But in the more rural areas, so there's only, if you look at the population on the sign of my town, it says like 1,100, but there's probably 15,000 around. Everybody moved out here into the housing developments because that's outside the city limits, because our taxes are lower than in San Antonio. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to stitch this up. I'll show it to you on Friday. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you are, isolated and not spending it with family, been there, done that, you are in good company. Okay. But, you never know. Go volunteer down at a local church or something that will be feeding folks who otherwise would not have a Thanksgiving dinner. That's a wonderful way to give and share and make everyone grateful for things, right? All right, you all, I love you. Please be sure to give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I'm only like 19 people now away from 85,000 subscribers. All right, I will see y'all on Friday. Go sew something. Bye.